Harris-Perkins here again. This video I'm going to tell you a bit about me. I have spent over 18 years on self-improvement. I started in 1992 with Louise Hay's fantastic book, You Can Heal Your Life. It's funny actually how I got started. I was at a very low ebb in my life. I had experienced 2 dreadful bouts of postnatal depression, had suffered a nervous breakdown, gone through divorce and lost custody of both of my children. Plus on top of that I had very little money and no income. I was sitting in a coffee shop one day where I was living at the time, seriously thinking about ending it all. It was a cold, grey, wet autumn day. The coffee shop was full of people, every table and chair taken except for the one opposite me. All of a sudden the door burst open and this kind of hippie-looking woman made straight for the chair opposite me, asked if she could sit down, and did before I even had the strength of the will to reply. You know how it is, you can talk to someone you know you're never going to see again. So I gave her my life story and she gave me hers. Once we had finished, she told me that I needed to read a book called You Can Heal Your Life. I said as a matter of fact that I had no money to buy books, let alone coffee, and she paid for both coffees and more or less dragged me to the bookshop, whereupon she purchased the book, gave it to me, said goodbye, and that was that. I never saw her again. But I will never forget her. She saved my life. And so, in fact, did Louise Hay. I started reading You Can Heal Your Life, and I began to understand that my thoughts manifested themselves into my life, and I had to be conscious of them. I have read books on creative visualization by Shakti Gawain. I went through every one of Donald Walsh's Conversations with God. Studied so many books on metaphysics, affirmations, I can't remember half of the authors. I became a Reiki master. I have a high qualification in stress management and have met the most amazing people along my journey. I have had adventures and I can honestly say I've lived. When I'm very, very old and sitting in my chair, I have many memories I can look back on and smile and relive, from whitewater rafting through the Grand Canyon to driving all around the southwest, the Rocky Mountains, and riding on the back of a horse in Montana. Well, what was then for my job. And it's been wonderful, it continues to be so. The only thing that had, and notice that had, eluded me was prosperity in the money department. No matter what I did, no matter how much positive thinking, how much studying I did, and believe me, I did enough. Whatever job I had, I was, and I'm using it in the past tense, up to my ears in debt. I managed to get by. I'm pretty clever and resourceful. However, it wasn't until I came across the book and then the film called The Secret that explained the laws of attraction that I began to vaguely understand why I always had financial woes. Then I went from website to website and bit by bit came across Randy Gage and Catherine Ponder, who actually explained the laws of prosperity, and wow, it clicked into place for me. Hey presto, my life is fantastic in all areas, I might say. Thanks for listening. Bye now.